Good morning. It's been about a week since I've opened up the Beehive from last time. I did get some responses on the internet on some good suggestions on what to do on the Beehive. Today I'm going to disassemble the Beehive again and try and locate the queen. I am also doing this 1 week after, well, Harvey is not quite over here in Houston, but the bees took Harvey pretty well. They all went into the hive and just kind of stayed there until the flooding was over. But it is, we're trying to figure out what we should do to get ready for the winter. So I know there won't be any nectar available for the bees, so any suggestions you guys can give me would appreciate. The hive is, we don't know how it's doing yet since our last inspection, so we'll take a look. I did change out the oil in the bottom pan to get rid of some more beetles. I did lose a few bees, but not many as I did before. But I did also find a few adult beetles in there. So I know there's still beetles in the hive, but they scamper about when you open them up. So there's not that many. I do know that, unless they've multiplied since the last time I opened it, which was about a week ago. So let's get started and open the hive. A few bees in the lid. Pretty tranquil today so far. You can hear the bees. You can hear the lid pop every time you open it. I did squash a few bees last time. I'll try to be more careful this time. So there's a few bees out here on the lid too. There appears to be a lot of bees flying around. In the hive itself, last time we had the top frame was about 2 frames that were filled out or in the process of being filled out. We want to see if they progress there. So I'm opening up the 3rd frame, bringing it out to see what they've done. Still no indication of hive beetles. Didn't see any scampering about when I opened the top. Bees seem pretty busy. They're building comb in the 3rd hive still. Don't see any queen cells being built, so I assume the queen is there doing her business. They are capping some honey. You can see they're capping some honey here. Nice, and they have some open honey cells in the corner. I do want to get rid of some of this excess comb on the edges. That was one of the suggestions one of the viewers gave me, was always scrape off the excess comb on the hangers. So we'll get rid of that. Haven't smoked these yet because they've been pretty tranquil actually. Since they have become so tranquil, I'm reasonably assured that the beehive problem has been eradicated. or the beetle problem has been eradicated. They were really easily agitated before because of the beehives, the beetles. So let's see if we can move a few of these down. They're assembling over here quite busily, but I do want them calm. Ooh, this one is heavy. Oh yeah, she's loaded with honey. So this one's doing a good job. Lots of bees, a lot more bees than I had last time. I was really concerned about the amount of bees that were in the hive last time because there just didn't seem to be quite as many. But this time they're really loaded. They're super busy. The queen is in there somewhere doing a good job. I do not see any cells that seem to be bad but these look like perfectly good honeycomb cells. You can see both sides. Bees are busy on both sides. It's a heavy cell. They are not doing anything on the fourth cell yet. Lots of bees on it, but no activity as far as building comb, except for the excess comb on the bottom, of course. There seems to be always that going on with these bees. That one actually had a little honey in it. I'm surprised. But they seem to be doing fairly well, so I'm going to leave them to do their thing. Let's try and get some of that comb out of there. It's a heavy comb. Very good. Absolutely no beetles. That's what I like. So I would recommend you getting these bottom boards when you put the water and the vegetable oil in it. Last year I tried everything on this. Actually lost the hive due to beetles because nothing seemed to be able to handle them. I bought these little long beetle traps that didn't seem to work, that go down in between the combs. But the minute I bought this thing, changed the bottom board and started using this, that you slide it in with some water and a vegetable oil to put a film on top of it, and when the bees chase the beetles, they fall down through this screen. The beetles drown, but the bees cannot get through the screen, so they're perfectly safe. The first time I used it though, make sure you inspect that screen real well when you get it in, because mine had a hole in it that the bees could get through, and I drowned a couple of thousand bees in the oil. I was so devastated when I opened up the hive and found all those dead bees there. So we'll go ahead and remove, and they beard so easily. We will go ahead and remove the top box here. It's a deep cell, it's got 10 frames in it. So the bees have made it up to the second cell, but we're in the beginning stages of winter, September. So I'm a little concerned that I want to make sure I get the information from you guys on what to do for the winter time. I know I have to feed them some sugar and some water, but I don't know the mixture or the rate or how you feed them. I did get one of these things and I'm not sure if I'm using it right, but I got it. And I tried filling it up this much with sugar, and I used a probably 5-to-1 mix of sugar and water, and the bees actually loved it and went crazy for it. So I got a feeder that I know how to work now, I think. So let's take this hive off and see what we got. Man, she's stuck. Whoa, that's a beauty. I got bees on this side as well. I'm out of smoke over there. I don't want to step on that. There we go. So let's take this hive off and see what we have. I probably should start some more smoke, but they've been so tranquil, I think I'll go without smoke for right now and see what we got. This one is starting to be heavy again. It had gotten so light when the bees were being devastated that I was really concerned, but now it's starting to gain some weight again. These are the beetle traps that I got that I found pretty much ineffective. Even though there's a few beetles trapped in here, these are from when I put it back in, those same beetles were in there. So I don't know how long you're supposed to leave these things in there. I don't know if the olive oil or vegetable oil you put in there goes bad or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it in there and see if I catch any more beetles. Right now I don't see any. Let's see where we can put this. Let's just we'll just set that right there for the time being. This seems to be totally packed with bees. Let's clean up some of the comb. Continue that. Oh yeah, they're a little bit upset now. So I'll try and set up a few more smoke bombs in there. See what I can do about calming them down. I got these quick start fire starters to use in the smoker, and they seem to be compressed bits of wood that light real easy with a match or a fire starter, and then you just drop them in your smoker. But you do run through them fairly quickly. You burn through them real quick. So I've heard just use pine straw. And I plan this fall getting some pine straw. We have a lot of pine trees around here, but right now everything is green still. There's not we don't get the fall here in Texas. Pines are not deciduous anyway, they're evergreens. So, but we do get some discharge. Deciduous, where'd that word come from? Anyway, we got a bunch of pine needles around here that we can still gather up. And I find it out just lighting 2 or 3 of these. I tried just lighting 1 or 2 and then throwing the rest on top. That seems to work too, because if you get them close together, they'll seem to catch each other. So we'll just start 2 and throw a 3rd one in for good measure. Yeah, we'll throw 4 in there. Why not? Man, Harvey really hit us hard here. I mean, a lot of people got hurt real bad by that hurricane, or the flooding as a result of Harvey. Very intense here in Houston. The president did come by and visit Corpus Christi where it landed, but he's more concerned about getting his tax break for the rich. He's not that concerned about us down here. His wife showed up in high heels until they told her to put on tennis shoes. I found that kind of funny. Okay, we're going to smoke these and see if they go down. Oh, they're running down real good. I want to smoke these too, just keep them calm. I'll probably use too much smoke. I do. From what some of the people told me. They built comb again in between the cells. And this time I think we will, let's go to the end. Even though when I started this hive, I actually just dumped the bees right in the middle. And I bought packaged bees. I didn't buy a nuke. I just bought a package of bees and a queen that was caged. She wasn't marked, she wasn't clipped. Whoa! Man, that was full of bees. There is absolutely no honey here. And a few bee cells. I'll let you look so maybe you can tell me what's going on here. I see some queen cells being built here. If you can notice those protruding that are round. So that tells me that they might be having trouble with a queen and just making sure they got one. But there's 1, 2, 3 queen cells. At least those domed cells I'm assuming are queen cells. There's none on this side. There's no comb here at all. And I see no eggs, no brood. I see a little bit of brood over here, but there's another queen cell. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 queen cells that I can see. Take a look. So, I'm a bit concerned that there's so many queen cells being built. And I do not see a queen. Man, I see these bees over here just going crazy though, around these brood cells. Nice brood cells, I think. Take a look. I want you to make sure you see that. You see the queen cells. At least that's what I'm assuming is a queen cell right here. Nothing on this side. Nothing. So let's set this one out. You can. Squash any this time. I'm really being careful, a lot more careful this time. I don't want to squash as many bees as I did last time. So they seem to be calm, but let's just make sure, because I want to ensure they stay calm. Take a look at this next frame. That frame is so light, there's nothing in it. This one is light. There's nothing in it. Nothing but, there's a few, as I say, a few brood cells here around the edges. That's it. A few broods. I don't see any queen cells being built. Nothing on this side. A few brood on the sides. There's a queen cell actually built outside. But lots of bees. I'm amazed at how many bees are here. There's a queen cell and a bee down in it. So I don't know what's going on there. No brood. Very few broods. Don't see no queen running around, but I see lots and lots of bees. Lots of bees. So, and if you can see this one right here, get my little pointer. High tech. If you see this little cell right here that's got the bee down in it, I don't know if they're feeding royal jelly down in there to a bee, to a future queen, or what. But I'm going to leave that one alone, even though it's outside the cells. And see kind of what's happening over in here. Ooh, look at the yellow stuff. They're down there putting yellow stuff in these holes. I guess that's pollen. Lots of pollen being stuffed in there. That's weird. I guess. Oh, I found a drone or a queen. This bee is different. If you can see it, this bee is different. She's bigger, longer. She's got stripes. Appears to be either a drone or a queen. She looks like the queen. I think I finally found a queen. So if you guys can help me out here when you look at this video and tell me if you think that this is the queen. She's running around right here along the edge. See her? I'm following her with the stick. Well, she ran around, so I guess she's shy. She ran around to the other side. But I'm going to take a look at this video later on and see if you can see her. But that's the first time I've seen the queen. That is a queen, definitely. So I'm concerned why they're building queen cells when they have a queen. Unless that queen is sick and not producing, which I think is the case because I don't see a lot of brood in this hive. I see a lot of bees, but not that much brood. Where'd she go to? Kind of look away and then look back is what they say. And I don't see her anymore. But man, she was huge. Or it was a drone. I don't think a drone. That definitely looked like the queen to me. I want to be careful with this and make sure I put her back. Maybe she ran around to the other side again. They say that some of them are shy and will run away from you. But I don't see her any longer. I don't see her at all. Not at all. Maybe she's down there in the masses. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, let's get this smoke going again. All right, it's getting on a little busy. Bees are getting a little busy around me. Running out of smoke too. Let's see what we can do with what we got though. Yeah, they're getting a little agitated with me. But I found the queen. At least I think I found the queen. You guys let me know if you saw what I saw. And that's a big deal with me, finally seeing a queen. Now I think I know what to look for. I'm just hoping I wasn't looking at a drone thinking it was a queen. But one bee in the middle of all those other bees, a lot larger, makes me think queen. This is the second comb in this hive that I'm taking out, or third. Now this one has a lot of brood. This one has a lot of brood, and I'm really surprised. Lots of brood here. And the comb outside of it. Oops, dropped a lot of bees off there, bud. On the ground. Don't want to step on them now, but I do want you guys to see what's going on here. I just dumped a lot of bees on the ground, so I can't get as close to the camera as I like, but you can see right here, there's a lot of brood on this one. I'll flip it over in just a second. But don't see anything that looks like a beehive or a queen in this one. But you can see there's a lot of brood in this one. That makes me feel better, much better. I just wonder if I should take that comb off the bottom. Nah, it's got a lot of, ooh, look at the queen cells. There's a lot of queen cells in there. I wonder if this hive is, nah, it can't be too big, it's not full. I need somebody to tell me what those are. If you think those are queen cells or not. I'm not going to touch it till you guys tell me. Couple of empty queen cells there. So somebody's been making queens. Makes me a little bit concerned that there's queens being made like that in such a mass amount. Lots of brood. Lots of brood. Oh yeah. Lots of brood. The honey season is over, you can tell. But there's still bees running around with full pollen sacs on there. So, but I'm not worried about the health of the hive any longer. But there's a ton of bees in this hive. A ton of bees. Let's go down and look a little bit further. See if I can get this one out. Yeah, look at this. Look at the brood in this one. Full of brood. Not very much honey though, but a lot of brood. I'm taking it that dark brown as brood. This is a lot of honey, exposed honey here on the edges. So is that honey they're eating? Because the honey flow has stopped in nature out here. I need to smoke them up again. They're getting a little aggressive. So, as you can tell, look at me, around me, they're starting to be a little bit more aggressive. And I'm very, very careful here. So let's continue on, get this over with, because I really, oh, that one's already been inspected. Let's take a look at this one. Come on, baby. There we go. Again, looks like lots of brood, a little bit of honey in the corners. Look at the brood on this side. And you see the bees with the pollen sacs running around? So they're still doing something. A lot of them are still bringing in pollen. You can see the yellow, all the yellow in the cells where they're packing in the pollen. At least I hope that's what it is. But it looks like the hive is very healthy. There's not a lot of honey in this hive right now. So I'm going to go ahead and close her up. Because I'm pretty sure if I take out the rest of them, well, let's take out the last one down here, and we'll see what the last one holds for us. She's really stuck good. I think I'll light a few more smokers because they're really being upset with me right now. They're really upset. You can tell they're not happy campers right now with me. So I'm not getting stung thanks to the suit, but if I didn't have the suit, I would be in a fix. Okay, I just got the smoker going again, so let's see. Oh yeah, it's going. They have to plug it up, and maybe I smoke myself up, they'll leave me alone. But they're really busy creatures on me right now. They don't like that I'm going into those. Ooh, there's a wasp. Look, I want to show you this. Look, There's a wasp stealing honey. You see it? The bees don't seem to be messing with him, so I'm going to mess with him. Hey, dickhead, come here. Damn Republican. All right, here we go. Okay, this is the first brood, the first comb, and you can see this is a honeycomb. There's honey up on top, and it looks like they're filling up honey on the bottom, but this used to be full of honey on both sides, so they're actually eating the honey. Which I find a little concerning. Because the hive is, there's so many bees in this hive, and no honey. I'm really concerned about that. Honey brood. All brood. No honey. So here's the deal, guys. I got a lot of brood. I got very, very little honey. So what I'm going to do is put this all back together. Put it on the on my YouTube page or channel, and then I'll wait and get input on what to do. Should I start feeding the bees sugar syrup or what? I don't know about protein. I read a little bit about that, but I'll have to get your input on that as well. But I don't see a lot of. There's still some flowers. I even got roses out, but there's the nectar season I think is coming to an end because winter is approaching. But this is Texas, so it's still warm and there's still a lot of flowers out. So I just need to get your advice. Let's put this back together. I'll put this back in even though I don't think it's necessary. It's important that they go down flat. So if there is any bees, hives in there, or beetles, they can't hide. Make a little room, put that. They actually sell a spacer that you can put in there that spaces these out. Later on, I might get one of those. I don't think I'll get one right now. Can't afford it. I'm a working man. Well, I'm retired, but still living on a set income. You have to be careful, frugal with your pennies. Come on, let's get in there. There we go. All the way down, Junior. There we go. Now, let's run these bees down into the hive. See if we can get this up. actually going again. Come on, get off of there. Come on, guys. Give me a break here. There we go. Let's do it this way. There we go, perfect fit. Perfect fit. Okay, Junior, get down in there. Lots of bees. Impressed by the number of bees, not impressed by the honey. They do not have enough honey to make it through the winter. There's a love bug. Another love bug. I don't think they're big sugar lovers, but you can never tell. So, I did real well on putting the hive back together this time and not squashing so many bees. You can tell because I didn't hear a lot of crunching like I did last time. I just saw a hive beetle, I think, running here. I did. There he is. You're mine. There you go. The only hive beetle I saw outside the hive. So, what that means is they are around.